Hello, it's me and Larkey. And we're in the barn. Aren't we? We're in the barn, Larkey. So this is going to be another one of my situations whereby I'm going to have problems trying to keep up with the questions. In fact, I'm going to have to hold this. Larkey, come lie down, because quite frankly, it's problematic. Heavy breathing. Come on, my love. Up, up. Come on. Easy, good boy. Yes, you are. Come on, my darling. He's like, no, I don't like this seat, honestly. So I got caught short for time, so we're just going to amalgamate it here. And the exciting thing is Kate is going to come and join us, but she is 20 minutes out, so we'll have to keep chit-chatting for 20 minutes until she gets here. And that will be quite lovely. So, it's been a busy day. And I think the update for Carleen is that she will not be home until some point in the new year. And the reason being for that is that she is scheduled to have her kidney stone blasted, but it won't be done until the beginning of February. So from that point of view, it looks like she's going to be in... I know, you need to come up here. Yeah. Come on, darling. You can come up. I've invited you twice now. Come on. He's my boy. Yes. Come on. There you go. You lie down. There. Lie down. You can lie down. Because they want to keep her there until that's been completed. So that's it's a bit of a double-edged sword, really. It's probably not a terrible thing from Carleen's point of view, because we don't have the accommodation that's really suitable for her needs at this precise moment in time. No, at the beginning of January. I think all people can hear is probably your heavy breathing, darling. You gonna lie down? You can lie down. Lie down. Come on. Honestly. Mr. Larkey isn't allowed outside unsupervised because he runs off and it's dark. I know. So, I know. Lie down. You're okay. It's all alright. It's all alright. Yes, it is. I just think you're going to dribble on me. So we, so I think in very many ways this is actually quite good for Carleen, because I think it's potentially quite difficult watching things come and go, and and I suppose I'm presuming that there's maybe a bit of sadness at service dog leaving the property. Not convinced of it, but I'm going to say that anyway. And I think that it keeps stress levels down, and it just allows this to take its natural course. Gives us also the opportunity to get ahead with what we need to do for her coming home into the laundry. And I think it will actually be quite advantageous to everybody for Carleen to go straight into the laundry, as opposed to going back into the cabin and then having to transfer all the way back down again. So it's maybe not a bad thing. And Carleen appears to be settling into life quite nicely. I think she has times when she finds it rather boring, but the closer we get to she's got her gentleman coming to do the floors, she's got this happening and that happening, it will be better, won't it? What do you think? Yes or no? It's a yes. Honestly, you've got to partake a bit more, darling. Audience participation. Yeah? So, oh my gosh, and I'm not paying attention to this screen, so people could be asking, right, yeah, lie down, that's nice. I could be missing questions, so please keep repeating them until I answer them. That's probably the best way. I only see 2 lines of text here while I'm doing this. No, Carleen will not have it blasted until January. And I think it's probably more an appointment. I don't think that there's anything untoward. It's not that she's not physically fit. I think that's when they're able to fit her in. It's quite a popular operation. And that's just when the next space is coming up. So please don't worry that it's anything to do with she's not in the best of health, because I really honestly think that this has done her a tremendous amount of good. And I think she's actually looking very hale and hearty. What do you think? Yeah? Yeah? So it does give her a really good opportunity to hit the ground running, which she will. There'll be no stopping her. So that's good. And she does have her own room. Yes, she has her television in her own room. The television is obviously tuned. It's one of these smart televisions, and she's got it tuned in to watching what comes and goes on the farm. So she's actually overseeing everything, and we do get regular texts saying, "Why is this? Where's that? Who's doing that?" So there's yes, it's she does. She keeps an eye on all of us, including you when you go out to the pond, Mr. Mischief. Yeah. So good news is, Larkey, when Carleen was in the hospital, just before they decided, it was when we were in the ER, and it was before they decided to keep her in and for her to go into rehab. He was lying on her bed, and I looked at his leg, and there was this sort of like something glinting on his leg, and I went to flick it off, and it turns out one of his staples from when he had a fight with Jiminy a way back months ago obviously hadn't been removed. So we went down. We were worried that it had grown into the skin, and the skin had grown round about it. So if we took it out, then we could potentially either cause pain or rip anything that had grown on it. So we went to the vet, and the vet very kindly took it out. It came out no bother at all, with absolutely no pain. Could have done it ourselves with a pair of scissors, but hey, you live and learn. So next time you get stitches, I'll be taking them out myself. That'll sort you. So, what do you think of that? I'm on the other barn in Meredith, and I'm in the tack room, which is lovely and cosy. So we're enjoying our cosy time. And so far we have given the sheep paddock with the goats, all our 4 white goats are here, and the sheep, and Ted and Enzo, they have had a lovely bale of hay, and Clancy has come in from that paddock, and he is having his hot dinner. Then we went to see Chester, didn't we? He's like, yeah, unimpressed. We went to see Chester, and we gave him his hot dinner. We took a picture of him with the sunshine in the background. And then in that paddock, we fed the alpacas, and we then brought in Miss Gertie and Miss Irie. So they're inside having their hot dinner. Then we went to see Sunshine and her naughty mule buddy called Aston Martin, and they have had their hot dinner, and they're quite happy too. And the only thing we have left to do is to bring in the 3 boys in the silly boy paddock, and that is Humility. He's coming in, and Hugo will come in, and Tenny will come in, but they're still out being a herd of silly boys, aren't they? I thought they were being a bit silly too. They like splashing through the mud. I know. It's disgusting. Yes, so other people have had delays with having these kidney stones sorted. So I think it's obviously just a shortage of people. And probably we're getting to that time of year where people take vacation. Imagine that, a vacation. Do you fancy a vacation? No? Me neither. So that's what we've done down here, and you've been a tremendous help. Not. Yeah. Nothing worse than having to handle buckets and you, huh? Silly Billy. So that's what we've done. And then this morning we went to visit with the chickens. Well, not you and I, because you'd be problematic with the chickens. Not the chickens, the bunnies. And the bunnies are doing fantastically. They're so funny. I was cleaning out their living area and they're hopping around my feet. They're coming in to see what I'm up to. So they're absolutely super and very, very nice to talk to. So we did the bunnies. Then we went to check in the barn and we took Naughty. Who did we take? Who's Naughty? Angus, he's naughty. We took Angus outside and we took Harley outside and we had Wilbur outside just for a snack of grass. Wanda is obviously in the house. She is still in the cabin. Nick's been over to feed them. So the three dogs that are left in the cabin, they're all accommodated. And we had the three little misfits out this morning, causing trouble. And then they went back in. And then we went out, didn't we? We've been out doing things today. It's been a busy, busy day. So instead of doing the daily doggy, we decided that what we would maybe do is just give you like a little video diary of what we've been up to today. And was that a good idea? Did you think that was a good idea? I'm sure I'm getting your best side. Oh, but if you go that way, you'll fall off the sofa. No, you really will fall off the sofa. Come up this way. Oh, honestly. That's better. That's good. I haven't been to rehab, so I couldn't tell you which dogs have been in reliably. And I'm not allowed in rehab because Carleen thinks I'm the most infectious person in the whole wide world. So I've not been in yet, but I do know that Larky's been in and I know that Sizzle's been in. I am presuming Penny probably has been in, but Sizzle and Larky definitely go as often as someone can take them down. Now, Judy is having a very well-deserved vacation for the next week. So we've got Gwen arriving tomorrow afternoon. Judy's on vacation. And I think he's about to fall asleep. Wakey, wakey. And we don't have a job until we go to Betsy's we're going to Betsy's on Saturday. And that will either be just Elvis, but I'm thinking we might be able to take, who were we deciding? We were talking about it in the car with Janine. We were thinking about taking Angus and Delight. And I'm going to have to replace their antlers because after their antics on Saturday in Tilpsfield, their antlers are all askew and they're all broken. So that's problematic as well. And then we have a lady coming to see a horse on Sunday to this farm here. And Kate is 10 minutes away. Kate, I can't keep talking at this random sort of fashion. Goodness. So that's what we've got going on over the weekend. And then we're back into, I think, visits. Look, he is going to sleep. Of boredom into submission. And then we'll be back into visits, I think, from Monday. Gwen will be here. She's arriving on Friday night. And then I think my understanding is that she might arrive in time to go and have dinner with Carleen, which will be lovely. And then we've got Saturday with Gwen and Sunday with Gwen. And then she's going to leave on Monday morning, which is really wonderful. So that's good. Look at his face. Larky. I know, I woke you up, sorry. He's hilarious. You're such a good boy. So, anything else I can tell you? I could go and show you the horses in the barn. I love the horses in the barn. Do you want to lie here while I get off the sofa and you can spread out and really go to sleep? Oh, he's like, yeah. He's like, you go. I'll keep charge. I'll keep charge of the... You're going to... Oh, look. He's going to keep charge of the sofa for me. You keep my wee spot warm. Yeah, keep my spot warm. Janine is back next Wednesday. She's got a lot of things that she has to sort out. She's helping a lady down in Aiken, actually, who has one of our horses. I don't know if you remember Gabby. She's helping her with a job down there. Everybody's all on the same board as what we do when we do these community outreach visits. So that's what Janine's going to be doing, and she's got other bits and pieces. She's got other bits and pieces that she can help with on while she's down there. So you stay there. I'll be back in a minute. Let's go see our happy barn. He's up, obviously. No, you're staying here. You're not coming out. So I love this lot. Right, I'm going to try and turn this round. You know me, I'm really awful at this. Ah, there we are. Guess who's behind this door? Hello, beautiful. Yeah, she's not best impressed. Did you not like dinner? Honestly. Miss Irie. Well, the good thing is we do know that she lies down to go to sleep, because when we get here in the morning, she's all covered with shavings and hay. So that's it, which is good to hear. And then we have Mr. Beautiful. Do I see him? Sound like a jailer, don't I? Oh, there he is. Did you eat all your dinner? Yes, you did. I would be shocked if you didn't eat all your dinner. Huh? So Clancy is the messiest boy, aren't you? Hello, my love. Hello, my love. He is the filthiest horse. He's like, look, empty dinner bowl. Yes, and you're not having any more. So this is his stall with scant shavings, and the reason he has scant shavings is because he's the biggest pooper. And I'm sorry, that's just how we know you, Clancy. Biggest pooper. And we have to clear his his shavings out every day because he makes such a mess overnight. So he's got all his water, which he's sprinkled the hay in already. Good boy. Lovely job. He's got extra hay, and he's got a lovely hay bag, and he's got a great personality. Isn't that right, mister? Will I go away and leave you? He's like, yeah, busy. Now, it is a beautiful barn. It's absolutely phenomenal. I really should show you this little barn door up at the back, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Such a lovely idea. So this is the area back here that I keep talking about, where there's two oversized stalls, and the light's not the brightest up here. But look, so we think this has been a foaling stall because it's got this lovely little cutout here that allows smaller horses to stick their head out. So when we have animals who come in for quarantine, we put the mini donkeys in here because they can see out and they can look down. So that's really lovely. But I know it's a bit dark. They're absolutely enormous, these stalls. And so there's two enormous stalls here, which is wonderful because this is where, sorry to say it, but this is where we kind of like geld the donkeys. We put a raised area in the middle, and we just strip it out. We shop vac it and make sure it's all lovely and clean. And we've got a cart here we haven't used in a very long time, and then another two beautiful stalls. And here's our handy dandy wheelbarrows. So this one is quite clearly the muck wheelbarrow with a small, I call it my granny wheelbarrow because it's nice and light and it's small, so I use it. The other ones are really heavy, but they go behind a car, which is wonderful. Excuse me. Then we have, excuse me. Then we have the hay wheelbarrow. And so we keep this totally separate, so it is actually clean, believe it or not. And our hay store and our shavings. And not surprisingly, we go through a tremendous number of shavings and hay. So this hay, I think, will probably last us another week and a half, and then we'll put in another order. Now, Larky's obviously in here, hoping to come out. We have our feed room, and this is super because we have been so successful with, remember people were sending us in these tubs? These are these tubs here, and they just keep all the grain dry and rodent free, which is lovely. And then we put little messages. We've got lots of medications and all sorts of bits and pieces up here. Now, in here we have, hey sweet pea, this is Woody's mother, Miss Gertie. Hey Miss Gertie. Hello darling. Hello darling. So she comes in at night time because this is the lady with the hurty legs. Well, they're not actually hurty legs, they're just deformed. Hello, my love. Did I interrupt you? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But she has the same colouring as Woody, but is very, well, he doesn't have the same problems with his legs, obviously. Isn't that right? But she is the loveliest donkey. And she's just got the prettiest face and the nicest personality, haven't you? Yes, you have. Right. I have to remember to do. Yes, Gertie is very pretty, but she's also absolutely adorable. She's so lovely. So, I'm going to lock this up, otherwise we'll all be in trouble. And then, this is how we leave the stalls. I can show you this one because it's all set. We set the stalls, and it means that when we come in the evening, all we have to do is get the animals in. And yes, we probably would have a room for an elephant, but we're not having one. So we don't leave the feed out ready to go. This is obviously their hot dinner, because otherwise that goes a bit funny. So every morning when you come in, the stalls are filthy. There's poo, pee, and you name it. So they get picked out, they get relayed, and the hay is replenished. This is Humility's stall, and we put out a couple of buckets of fresh water. And then that leaves us free just to go in to find the horses. There's 2 out there in the dark. No, there's 3 out there in the dark because we've got Humility in with us at the moment. And so this is one barn. There's several barns on here. And so what happens is this stall has to be done. And then Irie's stall has to be done. And the biggest pooper here, that's you. You are the biggest pooper. His stall has to be done, and it is a full strip out. Everything comes out. I know, I love you. Everything comes out of his stall because he made such an absolute mess of it, and we have to start all over again. And so that's at least 3, if not 4 stalls that we're attending to on a daily basis. So, any more questions? I'm hoping Kate will get here soon because it would be lovely for you to meet Kate because she's very... What's the temperature in the barn? I couldn't tell you, but I've only got a t-shirt and a quarter zip on, so it's always better than it is outside. That much I can tell you. It's a terrible admission to make, but we've got the most phenomenal heating system in the tack room, so it doesn't really matter what temperature it is in the barn because you can always go in there for a little heat up. And that makes a tremendous difference. It's very luxurious, and we are tremendously grateful, I can tell you, because there's been very many times when you've been out and you've been hit by the wind in your face. You can't feel your nose and your ears are burning, and you go in and stand in there for 5 minutes, and life becomes bearable again. So that's another distinct advantage. So It's we've got this wee secret. I didn't actually realise we had this bit. I must have walked past this for about 6 months before I realised this this actually existed. There's this little cupboard which was a secret to me, and I find the light, and it's got all of our medical supplies. And then we've got very messy, and I'm hoping Kate's maybe dealt with this because it was, oh no, she has, look. And then we've got a saddle store on the back. So that is obviously fantastic. I think Kate's arriving because some of the dogs are barking. Ha 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 ha. Turn all the lights off. Ha ha! Hello! A chewy indeed. There's about that is the medalist. Did you bring your own hose?
No, I laid it out to drain because it's gonna freeze tonight.
Oh, naturally. And this is Kate. Come on, we spin this round and we can chit chat.
Okay.
Look, I can do this. I'm getting a real expert.
You're good at this.
I know, I'm getting it. Look, and then I turn round until we've not got lights.
I'm wrapping you in the hose.
Oh, that's okay. I'm used to. See, then we don't have halos from the lights. So Kate's here, and she comes to do evening chores with me. Mm-hmm. But I've already done them because I know. I didn't think I was going to get here in time, but I did because I drove the interstate today.
Oh,
never again.
Moving up.
No, I am. Do you know? It's so overrated, the interstate, right? And the reason it's overrated is because it told me it was going to be 10 minutes quicker. And I was like, okay, and it wasn't because there was all these queues. You know, tailbacks, which came up red on the map.
Oh.
Yeah, I was better. So I came home the back roads, and it was really quick and very efficient. And I thought, why does anybody use it?
It's just not for you, I guess.
It is not for me. So Kate comes down here, and she does wonderful jobs alongside Coral and Janine and Pam and Emily and Corey. Mm-hmm. And this is the team that we have on here.
Takes a village.
Takes a village. Or are we the village idiots?
Who knows?
We never can tell. We don't like labels. We don't use labels. Labels are not cool. So this is where we live most of the time, don't we?
Yep.
If we're not on Goldie's farm. And Kate made the very beautiful barn that is Tanner's. Mm-hmm. She created the inside stalls, separated them, and kitted them out, which is why.
What does Janine call it? She calls it a princess barn.
Yes, she's just jealous. Yes. So she created and built everything from scratch, all from Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah,
really,
free and recycled materials.
It's absolutely super.
What else are you going to do in COVID?
Oh, but maybe you look like a Hollywood actor. I have no idea. There you go. I don't care whether or not she's a Hollywood actress. She can just flaming well be down in the barn because that's where we're all needed, hands on deck.
Poop scooping actress.
Yeah, she's a poop scooping actress. We all are, I'm afraid. But the beauty of it is that it's great to have somebody on the team who obviously is
OCD.
Yeah. And that's exactly right, though.
Yeah.
And you know, we all turn out in all sorts of odd weather, and it's been really odd the last couple of years, really.
Yeah. And not snow and freeze like normal. It's just been mud.
And sliding.
Yeah.
And everybody turns out, we all turn up, do our stuff, and then go back to a normalish life. Well, we don't really, but we like to say that. It pretends that we live in some sort of normal world.
To our partners who have become used to barn smell.
Yeah. Well, you know, actually, it was really funny. I had this wee observation. I don't know whether or not you noticed. I'm sure you're just as, well, I know you're just as odd as me. That barn, that stall that's got humility in it.
Yeah.
It smells totally different to the rest of our horses.
Yeah, he does.
Doesn't it?
Yep, for sure.
I don't know if it's pee or poo.
It's definitely stronger. It's a stronger
It's much stronger,
smell.
isn't it? See, these are the things that you notice. And I went in there I put his... Yeah,
this horse poop smells different
I
than the other
know.
horse poop.
It's really awful. So you see, if we ever lose our sight, we can identify horses by smell. Honestly, it's the most bizarre thing. I went in there and I stood and I thought, ooh, this doesn't smell right. And then I thought, oh, it's a different horse because this isn't our horse. This is one that we're helping out, another rescue. and boarding him for a few days. So I went in and I thought, oh, I better ask Kate about that, what she thinks, just in case I was odd. But you're obviously odd too, so that's fine.
Can't tell.
It does smell funny,
It
though,
smelled
doesn't it?
stronger for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because his stall wasn't that dirty, but it smelled
No, and
really
it was
bad.
also clean
Yeah.
before he went in it. So I thought, oh, goodness. So
Could have just been nervous from being transported.
yeah, it did. And it wasn't like a foodie sort of smell. It's not like he's got garlic in it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it was definitely, I wonder if it was a sort of nervous, hormone sort of thing coming through. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
really
he knows
interesting.
tricks though.
He does know
Yeah.
tricks. So Kate will tell you about this horse and his tricks.
Yeah, I was just giving him some treats to get him to put the halter on, because
Mm-hmm.
the woman who dropped him off said he'll give you 5 seconds and then he runs away from the halter. So I was trying to treat train him for
Mm-hmm.
it. And I was just standing next to him, being patient for him to put his nose in. And he tried doing all these tricks that he knew. He tried to offer me these things. He's like, I know this one and this one. So he bent down and put his head like a bow between his legs and like cocked one up like that, like a little horse bow. And then he
Wow.
was reaching around to either side, like trying to touch his butt on both sides. And he was like offering all this stuff that he knows. And
Right,
was pretty
let's
cool.
not tell anyone we've got a trick horse.
it's too late now.
Damn it. No, it's really quite funny though, because he's so yesterday, and I only caught half the conversation about he doesn't stand long enough to get a halter on. So I went out with a rope yesterday and I was like, just put it round his neck
Easy,
and
right?
walked him in.
Yeah.
He's dead easy. He's really easy. He's a really lovely horse. So we haven't had anybody really that tricky in for a while, have we?
Well, now that you said it.
Well, now that I've said it, we'll get stacks in. Even Chester, who used to be the barn naughty boy, he's hilarious.
He grew up. He's great.
Yeah, and we can't get rid of him now.
He's a wonderful guy.
He's like, in your pocket, take me home with you. And you're like, no, you stay in the barn. You stay in the barn. So we've been very, very fortunate. And I can't stress it enough, we're so fortunate that we've got a lovely team. And it's a nice, hard-working, cohesive
dynamic.
team, isn't it? It is a good dynamic. So, and I shouldn't say that either, because then somebody else will go and get ill. Honestly, I'm actually going to be quiet now, and I'll go home and do everything else I was supposed to have been doing today, but didn't. That's a common problem as well, isn't it?
It is.
It is.
There's always something to do.
Yeah, something more fun. Okie dokie. So I've answered all the questions that I saw, and I'm so sorry. I probably missed them out, but I will go back and have a lookie. And we'll see you again tomorrow. And obviously, I'll try and get a daily doggy out maybe. Do you want fancy writing a daily doggy? Excellent. Yes.
You're so good at it.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes. People just keep telling me that. And you know why? Because they don't want to write it. I know your ploys. So we'll be back tomorrow at some point. And I'm glad we got you on the whatever this is, the mail chat, with no mail, I'm afraid, and no and
We got
no
Chewy
boxes.
mail. That's
Well, we
mail.
have got Chewy mail. The only problem with the Chewy mail is we have
can't
to
read it.
Well, it's not only that, we have to get it out the boxes, flatten the boxes, and then recycle the boxes. So the Chewy mail is like a big job, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we'll be back tomorrow, I think, if everything goes okay, and we'll speak with you then. Night night.